Hey guys, Chairman here with another deck profile. Haven't done one of these in a long time, but I'm very happy to finally get to doing a deck profile for a set that I have had for a long time, and I should have done a deck profile for way long ago, but better late than never. And it's going to be Girls Band Cry. So the reason why I'm doing the deck profile for the Girls Band Cry right now is because I finally got the deck max rarity. So every single card in this deck is at the highest possible rarity. I'm so excited to share it off. And so I do know that Girls Band Cry is coming to English pretty soon. So we're going to do another deck profile on the Trust Collectible channel for this set in English. So there's going to be a bit of a duplicate content. So on that video, I'm going to talk more about like the actual like ins and outs of the deck. In this video, I'm going to talk more about like my choices for why I've built my deck the way it is. And I'm not going to go into as detail about like each individual card probably. It's more going to be like a showcase, and we're going to talk a bit more theory about Girls Band Cry. So yeah, so like hopefully the videos will be able to complement each other. So if you watch one, the other one won't be like a duplicate watch or anything like that. All right, well, let's just get started. So 4 copies of the Rena. I think this is just a mandatory in every Girls Band Cry deck. Card is freaking crazy at level 0. Just gives you so much ability to pressure the early game. You know, it just does everything. And then, I mean, I think this is the reason why Girls Band Cry is broken, is because of the Super Brainstorm. So supporting 8 door specifically. This is why I also prefer 8 door over like the pants builds for either the top end or the level 1 combo, is because the door, basically the door makes it so that any door is like the level 1 combo. So the pants level 1 combo enables you to have clean stock. This just always enables you to have clean stock as long as you're playing door. So yeah, even though the door finisher is worse than the pants finisher, I just like having 8 door triggers because of this. Alright, next are my 2-ofs. This is going to be kind of interesting. So I'm playing 2 copies of the Momoka from the TD, 2 copies of the Subaru, and then 2 copies of this Tomo. So I own 4 of this, 3 of this, and then I only own 2 of this. But I run 2-2-2 because I feel like all these cards are good in specific situations. So this one is obviously a good power pump, and it's a good turn 1 play, it can run away. This is like a JC, so it can be good for getting some advantage in the mid game, but also you can park it in the back to deny on reverse effects, and also attacks for 4k. So like for example, like this combo together is like quite strong in my opinion, because this will pump this up to like a really crazy number at level 0, and then this can protect your 3rd lane. So like it's pretty good. Or I can like bounce this back and you can play this again as like another power pump. So I feel like playing these together is really nice. And then the Tomo, I think I initially had it at 4 copies because I didn't have anything else to play, and this was like your best turn 1 play. But now that you have this card, I think this card is slightly better turn 1 play, so you can go a little bit more down on the Tomo. Deck speed isn't really too much of an issue in this deck, so I don't think you need too much of this Tomo. But you do have other cards in the deck that can like send a character from stage to waiting room to get an effect, and you can proc the Tomo like at that timing, which is really nice. And it also has a power pump. So I think 2-2-2 is like a pretty nice number. You basically have access to all the effects in the deck without like having to over-index into one of them. Because I feel like I just want all of these cards at some capacity. And it's definitely not because I don't want to buy 2 more copies of the SP Momoka. I just don't even think you run this at 4. Like I think in Bochi you run it at 4 because your turn 1 plays are just like truly heinous. Like if you don't have it, you don't have like a good turn 1 play at all. But I think in this deck you just have like you have this. If Bochi had this equivalent, which I guess it kind of does, it has like the stock bomb. But I mean, I feel like you just have better cards in this deck. And then now are the 1-ups. So this is the card that finally came in. I'm so happy. Thanks to my friend Neil for picking it up for me. I got it shipped to Japan. Such a beautiful PR. Look at that. Nakayubi tatate. Very nice. So Hana stock, top 4 ad. This one I picked up in Japan a while ago. This is the Momoka helmet. Very, very good in the deck because you have like a lot of 4 or more other conditions that you want to fulfill. The Momoka PR, this is just really helpful for grabbing climaxes because door is notoriously hard to get into your hand. So the ditch draw and then also top check 3 for a climax is really good. Basically this replaced, I played like a Subaru that was like sack a character draw before this slot. This I think has just been better performing. Climax swap, mill 3, very good. Top 3 Brainstorm, this card is really broken. I used to run the 1-1 in the deck, and then I just realized that I'd rather have this in back row basically all the time. So I go for like 1 copy of this, 1 copy of this in the back row. And you only need 1 because it's not like super important to get into your back row, but it's like super easy to get to because you're on 8 door and you have like so much salvage. And then just having the option of top check 3 standable brainstorm is like really good. But you also don't really care to park this permanently in your back row because what do you call it? It's like a spammable effect, so you're not plussing, and then the on-play effect is pretty good, so you can actually like crash it in and then like brainstorm, grab it back, recycle it. So I think that's fine. And then also the Mocha, top X, and then like level 0 bomb. So you need this because this is your only way to clock yourself in main phase. You just need this to like hit yourself up. But yeah, pretty standard, I think. So level 0 line is what, 8, 10, 14, 20. Pretty standard level 0 line that I like to play. I personally don't like to go much lower than 20. I think 20 is like a really good number. But yeah, that's our level 0 lineup. Pretty good, pretty consistent. All right, level 1s. So I am playing the Rupa or the Tomo Rupa package, which should tell you that I'm not playing the level 1 combo. I'll talk about the combo choice once we get to the combo, but I think this package is just really strong. So the Tomo bonds to the Rupa for 1 stock, Rupa bonds to the Tomo from discard from hand, and then Rupa gets twin drive, pay out the last stock, and then this gets Koosh, right? So really strong, kind of synergistic package at level 1. Gets you through like deck speed, helps you trigger doors, and then every time you trigger a door, you get to activate Subaru. I think the synergy between these 2 cards and Subaru is just insane because Subaru makes it so that triggering door is like never punished by, you're never punished for triggering door by like leaving the card in stock because you always get to pay it out, which is like super great. So I do think that like this package is really strong at level 1, and I would like to run this package if I can. And then we're also playing 2 Rupa counters. This is pretty much necessary for if you're playing the 2-1, which we are. So we're playing the 2-1 combo. The reason why we're playing the 2-1 combo, I think, over the... So Japan right now, they're playing a lot of the TD Momoka door combo. I don't own that combo, but that's not why I don't like it. It's an on reverse combo, and I just don't think it's very good. It also is a... I believe it's salvage. I think it's the salvage combo. Actually, let me double check. It was either like a salvage combo or a or it's like the top check for level 1. I think it's salvage though, if I'm not mistaken. It's like the Fubuki combo, no? It just has like no deck speed as well, if that's the case. Okay, I shouldn't talk too much if I don't actually remember the combo. It's been a while. I do know it's a salvage combo. Alright, here, what it is. Oh, it's the top check 4. Yeah, it's top check 4 for 2 level 1s and higher. Add 1 to hand, send 1 to stock. So it can generate multiple hand and stock, like a lot of resources, and it can go through the deck, but it's an on reverse combo, and I think the power condition is like really bad. Yeah, it's just a 5/5 that can't side attack, so it doesn't get additional power. You're trying to reverse an opponent with 6/5 power. I think that's just like, I don't think that's like very good. I think that's really hard. And then like level 1 or higher, I just personally I don't prefer those kinds of combos because I like to play very level 0 heavy decks, and so being only able to add level 1 or higher to me is like a huge downside. So I like this Nina combo a lot more. Nina combo can come out at level 1 with 4 or more board, and then the climax combo is not very good. So you sack the climax to choose 3 in waiting room, add 1 to hand, stock 2. So your plussing is actually very bad. You're only getting +1 hand. So the hand is replacing the climax, right? So you're actually not plussing on hand. And then you get 2 stock, which the stock is what you're plussing, and then you need to convert that stock into hand, which is like kind of not great. But again, you're playing 8 doors, so you actually don't care too much about hand because your door triggers are going to give you a lot of hand. And then you have these cards to turn the stock into hand, which is able to, that's like pretty easy to do, and your brainstorms are going to hit once you compress a lot. And then your counter is going to really be able to buff this up to 10-5 with a full board. So if you can counter, keep this alive, and then get another turn of Nina combo, that's when this deck really turns online, I think. And I think that's a lot easier to do than like try to get a reverse on multiple lanes with a 5/5 level 1 combo. I just feel like that's way worse. So personally, I like the Nina combo more because it's just higher floor, obviously lower ceiling, but I like to play for higher floors. All right, I did not win the climax challenge, but I won a money match with somebody to purchase this. So we do have the 2-1 Nina. This is a pretty optional card, but I mean it does come in PR plus, so we're running it. And it's not bad too. It's kind of nice, kind of like a very heavy 0 deck. You just give this to like a 0, or like to 2 zeros, and then you just like run over people with zeros. It's very funny. All right, 4 copies of level 3 Nina. So we are playing the Nina combo. And yeah, I mean like I feel like a very popular deck for Girls Band Cry is not playing Nina combo, but they're just playing Diamond Dust. So they're playing like Door into Diamond Dust, which I think is fine. I think that's like the biggest advantage of playing level 1 Momoka is that like, because the Nina requires full board of Toge Toge, but the Momoka is just an on reverse effect. So if you're playing the Pants top end, I would expect you to be playing Momoka level 1, because that's probably your best level 1 combo, into the Pants top end. But I mean, I'm playing just mono Toge Toge, so this is fine. Nina is, I mean, it's very finicky, right? It's a super all-in combo. You lose all your hand and all your stock to try to win the game on that turn. But if you're having a pretty good game, like you can just blow out people. It's not unusual to burn like 1-1, 1-1, 2-2-2, which is pretty lethal in a lot of situations. Plus the fact that there's a lot of added consistency with Momoka being able to get the climax from the waiting room, even if you don't have the climax in hand, is really nice. Yeah, so the tech with Momoka is, of course, like if you don't have climax in hand, you attack with her first, you do the climax combo, discard 2, play the climax is played, you activate Nina's effect, and then now you do have combo, which is kind of nice. Alright, and then we are playing 2 early play heals. So this card is like really strong, and a lot of decks play 3 or 4. I'm only on 2, I only own 2, I could get more, but again, I just don't think you need too much. Like this deck is really trying to all in people, I think, with this top end. If you're playing like the Diamond Dust deck, you definitely want like 4, because that's modding, right? So you don't need any resources, and like you don't actually have that much extra damage at level 3 in this deck, or in this set you don't have extra damage at level 3, so you just kind of need to like heal loop at level 2 to get it to stay in the game. But at that point you should just play Hololive, because Hololive just plays that better. Stock swap, basically one of the main reasons to play this set, because it has stock swap and then it has this and the Marine finisher, so you can just like stock swap into finisher, really strong. And then a bouncer, pretty optional card. You could cut this for like a 3rd early play healer probably. I just like bouncer because like it turns off some interaction. You don't have to worry about it. It's also Tomo. Tomo's my favorite character, so gotta rep more Tomo cards. But yeah, as you can see, very beautiful max rarity deck right here. Kind of scoot these over a bit, get everything on frame. I love Girls Band Cry. It's definitely one of my favorite shows of last year. Oh gosh, it was a year ago. Yeah, I mean, I just really enjoyed this franchise. I got to hear them perform live, or at least 3 of them perform live in LA like a few weeks back during Anime Expo, so that was super big highlight. I was going crazy. If anybody saw me there, yeah, I was going nuts. But yeah, really love this franchise. It's really cool. So very excited to be able to build this max rarity deck and show it off. Yeah. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about Girls Band Cry, about the deck, about my experiences, like play patterns, testing. I can try to answer all of those. But I feel like this deck's pretty straightforward and it's really fun to play. Mostly just because Subaru is a drug, right? It just turns oh man, you know that like White Stripes Blau has the Subaru effect just on a trigger. It's called the light bulb trigger. Basically, yeah, whenever you trigger it, it's like you're activating the Subaru effect. So it's crazy that they have a trigger that just does that. But it's also crazy, like when you play with Subaru and you trigger a door, you like feel the power. It's like so insane. Dude, you can add a door to your hand too. Like it's actually so good. Oh man, Subaru is so broken. I think like the crux of the deck is like Subaru is broken, and then what are the other cards that make Subaru broken? So it's like this little package here, right? The clean cut makes Subaru broken because like you attack with Subaru, clean cut the Subaru to back row. Now you have a Subaru online. And then the Tomorupa package makes Subaru broken because you get to trigger a billion more times, and every time you trigger, it feels like you're just winning the lottery. Like woo! And then you just want to play a door. So like, what are the best door combos? I think these are the best 2 door combos that like facilitate the rest of the deck. So that's kind of how I built the deck, or my thought process to it. So yeah. Pretty short deck profile video. I didn't explain every single card or its effects, so like I'm kind of expecting you guys to know what they are. If you guys don't know what the effects are, then like just find translations, I guess, or you can ask me in the comments. All right, I have some other videos coming up, so hopefully those will be fun, and just please subscribe to stay tuned and check those out. All right, this has been Chairman, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.